Hello and welcome to the Spirit Guide Daily. Hey, these are timeless messages that will cross your path when they are meant to. They can also serve as intermediate tarot lessons. You do need to have a working knowledge first because I do help people learn how to connect the cards and read reversals. This is the Muse Tarot, bringing us 3 predictive cards. This is a Soul Helpers Tarot, and that is bringing you an Oracle card. And then we have the Quantum Oracle as well. Let's get going here. Hey guys, before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe because it helps my channel. If you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link to my website in the description box down below. That's the only way to book me. And I have a podcast called Logical Magic, Examining Esoterica. Please check that out for advice on relationships, on healing, and then on all manner of hypnotherapy and Wicca and a whole bunch of other things. I've got episodes coming up for you on some really interesting topics. I've got some really good guests coming up. All right, I have the 10 of Swords in reverse, which is a trauma card sometimes. Sometimes it's a trigger card. It can be a curse. Now, most of the people I know are dealing with generational trauma, which frequently involves a generational curse. Now, the good news about a generational curse is that all you have to do to break a generational curse is reach for your highest self and heal. And honest to goodness, get with your guides and ask them to be released from this curse. They can approach the guides of the person who cast it in the first place, is almost always released because they don't wish to carry the karma. Most generational curses are in fact karmic. We have the 9 of Cups in reverse. That is an interesting one because it's been all over me today. The 9 of Cups in reverse can be a feeling of disappointment. I rarely see it that way. The 9 of Cups in the upright is bounty and fulfillment. It's wish fulfillment. It can, in fact, be manifestations. In reverse, it is something that you may have been waiting for a long time, but it is coming in a drip at a time. It is a delayed wish, meaning that we can ask for this great big flash, boom, bang, but that's not usually how things come to us. What I'm always telling people is that the moment that your life changed for the better is likely in your rearview mirror. It's just you will not be able to see it until such time as you have reached what you believe is more of a destination, and you can look back and trace your path. And this is one of those cards that suggests that the moment where everything changed is already behind you. With the Ace of Cups in the upright, which is the card of emotional fulfillment, the beginning of something new and emotionally satisfying. Remember, these are the seed cards, and this is the Holy Grail card. It is the Cup Runneth Over card. It is the card of emotional fulfillment. It's as if your cup has been being filled one drop at a time, and you will notice finally that it is full rather than being half empty any longer. With the 10 of Swords in reverse, that's an interesting energy because it can be. One of the few times I will see that energy is backstabbing. It can be backstabbing. But in this case, I don't feel it that way. It is a card of spiritual enlightenment. In reverse like that, it is the release of old energies as well. It can be a trigger card, but it's not coming out with anything that suggests it's about triggers or trauma. And frankly, there's nothing around it that suggests generational curse either. We have the Honoring Path with hidden motivations. I get hidden motivations and repressed emotions and hidden emotion cards a lot. And it does have to do with the fact that, like a lot of people who are abused over the course of time, particularly as young people, I learned how to hide my emotions because I grew up with very reactive narcissists and managed to marry a very reactive narcissist. And so I learned to repress my emotions a great deal, to not show what I was feeling. And finally, the thing that helped me was seeing pictures of myself where it's like I could see how much I was masking my feelings. And I was like, I kept wondering why people didn't realize. It's like, wow, I look dead. Why doesn't anybody realize that? And I did. And that was the thing that helped me tremendously. If you have been on a spiritual journey with trying to purge your negative emotions, because that's what this can be, the release of old energies, they're not kicking the crap out of you, and you're not the universe's favorite soccer ball. It's old and stale energy that has to be released as part of a spiritual evolution. And it sucks. It both sucks and blows, but it is very, very necessary to be able to heal. And the Ace of Cups in the upright, you've been purging a bit at a time to bring you to emotional fulfillment. Continue with the path that you're on. Even if it doesn't feel like it's leading anywhere, it absolutely is. Let's get going with the Soul Helper. I love this deck. It has been a very interesting deck for me. It is time for change. Do not wait or put off decisions any longer. That's what I said a little earlier was you're at the point where you're going to be able to look back and understand this was the moment everything changed. Not right here and now. Maybe it was a year ago. Maybe it was 2 years ago. Maybe it was 6 weeks ago. There has already been a point in time, and you will not be able to identify it because it was something negative. That's what people don't understand. Very, very positive change can start from a negative place. All right, so that was the Spirit Guide Daily for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care, be well. If you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below.